This episode of The Travelling Epicurean was made possible by these sponsors.
Lobster mac and cheese is what's on the menu tonight. That's right, I said lobster mac and cheese. I'm very excited about this. Hi, Michelle here. Welcome to the Traveling Epicurean. That's our little friend Josie. You hear her barking in the background. I'm here at my friend David and Eileen's house.
Hi.
And they're going to share with us a lobster and mac and cheese recipe, right?
We are, and in fact, it's a recipe from my friend Marco, who's been on your show before.
That's right, and he did the salmon sliders, the salmon BLT sliders, actually. We can't leave out the bacon, right?
No, and it is really delicious.
And we have other friends showing up in a little while.
Correct.
So we have Marco, Cheryl, Eileen, David, and Riley and Bella are here.
Yep.
And then who's
our
coming?
Our friends Dave and Lori Grusso are coming as well.
And then Dave and Laura are coming. So we're going to have a great big mac and cheese party with lobster. So exciting. I love that comfort food for the winter.
And it's a big snowstorm today.
And
so
it's a big
perfect.
snowstorm, yeah, so this is going to be a great day. Okay, so David, what do you have here and how are we going to get started on this?
Well, we're going to be making lobster mac and cheese tonight.
Yes.
And we start by, first we have to make some pasta. We have celentani, which is almost like elbow macaroni.
Oh, and I love that. That's such a fun pasta.
But it's a fun pasta,
Yeah.
curlicues. And then we're going to make a classic white or bechamel sauce with cheese.
Okay.
We then are going to add the cheese to the pasta, to the lobster, with a little bit of cream and a little bit of Parmesan cheese.
Ooh.
We then make a breadcrumb topping and we bake it in the oven.
All my favorites. Okay, let's see here what you have that's going into the sauce. These look like some of my favorite ingredients. Cheese, more cheese, and more cheese.
They're all pretty simple, but we're going to start by sautéing onions in butter, and then we're going to add some flour to make a roux. And then we add milk to make our sauce, and as it's setting up, we're going to add about 4 ounces or a cup of smoked Gouda cheese, and about 4 ounces of
smoked Gouda.
It adds a really nice earthy flavor to go with the lobster.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? And then what is this?
This
is that
is
a
just,
Gruyere?
No, it's just a Cabot cheddar cheese.
Ooh, okay. And a bay leaf, that gives some really nice flavor.
A couple bay leaves go in the sauce. We then take it out, obviously, before we mix everything up.
Okay, great. Well, I'm excited for you to start this sauce. Right, David, so show us your bechamel sauce here.
All right, well, we're going to start by putting some butter in the pan, and we're going to start to melt it. We're going to saute some onions into this, and
Okay.
we're going to cook them until they get sort of translucent. This is onions from about 2 small onions chopped really nice and finely.
Okay.
It's about half a cup of onion.
And that's just going to add a lot of flavor.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully. It certainly will, especially with the lobster too. I love the saute pan, that's beautiful. I need one of those. So if this pan is missing when we leave tomorrow,
I'll be driving down to Madison.
You know where it is. Okay.
All right, so these are nice and softened up now.
They look beautiful.
I'm going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper to these.
Okay. Ooh, I like that pepper gadget there, David.
It's a nice little pepper gadget. It works pretty well. And then we're going to add a little bit of flour.
Okay.
So we have 2 tablespoons of butter in there. And we're going to add about 2 or 2.5 tablespoons of flour to this.
Okay. So you're making a little bit of a roux there?
That's exactly what we're doing. I think so, but we're just going to mix all this up into a nice little roux.
Now, you know, I didn't see that you're adding any nutmeg to this. No nutmeg?
No nutmeg.
No nutmeg, okay.
Not to this one. And now that that's done, we're going to start adding a little bit of whole milk to this. This isn't going to be a real thick sauce.
Okay.
When the sauce gets done, once we've melted the cheese in, we're going to want it to be about the consistency of heavy cream.
Okay. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Anything that looks and tastes like heavy cream is good with me. So you added that first portion in nice and slowly so you didn't get lumps, right?
Correct. Another thing that I didn't do sometimes is if you warm the milk first,
Yeah.
it makes it a little less
And that
likely
helps
to
as
have
well,
that.
too.
Correct.
Okay.
So I'm just continuing to stir this continuously. I'm using a whisk now because it just makes things mix together a little more nicely.
Sounds good. So you're pretty much cooking the flour through so you don't have that raw flour taste?
Absolutely correct. And hopefully the flour cooked into the butter before I did this.
Yes.
And it's thickening up a little bit. I'm going to add just a little bit more milk.
And now this was for 1 pound of pasta,
This
right?
is for 1 pound of pasta,
Okay.
correct. We don't want to forget that we have a couple of bay
Your bay
leaves in there.
leaves.
Give it a little bit more flavor.
Yeah, and you can steep in there.
It should have gone in when I first started putting the milk in.
That's okay. It'll still do the job.
I think so. So our classic white sauce is starting to set up. You can see it has a nice little bit of texture to it.
Yeah, I like
and so
that.
Now we're
It's
gonna,
looking beautiful.
Now we're going to add our cheese.
Okay.
So a little bit of smoked Gouda.
Now, do you keep the flame at the same?
I'm going to turn it down a little bit
Okay.
just to let it melt a little more gently in.
Yeah.
As we stir this in and let it cook, we're going to let it come back to just about a simmer here.
Okay.
And hopefully that'll get us where we need to be.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
We like the thin sauce because it coats the pasta better. Isn't clumpy as it bakes.
Yeah.
And just,
And then a lot of that moisture is going to evaporate anyways while it bakes, right?
it'll evaporate and it'll get soaked into the pasta as well.
Yeah.
A little cheddar goes in.
Woohoo! All right, so my next thing to ask you is, can we taste the sauce, David?
And we can. I have a little teaspoon here, and
I want to be your official taster.
it's perfectly acceptable. It needs a little salt and pepper though, and I'm just going to add a little bit of that now.
Okay.
A spoon for that's my spoon. Let's get a clean spoon for you, Michelle.
Thank you.
And here you go.
Oh my goodness, that's delicious.
We're just going to let this cook just a little bit longer.
I really get the flavor of the bay leaves too. That's really nice.
That and the smoked Gouda makes a
And
really
the
nice
smoked
combination.
Gouda, yeah, that's the other
combination.
flavor that I'm getting. Ooh, I love that. That's going to be
So-
absolutely delicious
And we're
with the
just
lobster.
starting to simmer a little bit here, so I think we're all done with this. We're going to take it off the heat
Okay,
and turn our heat off. And now we're going to go get ready to put everything together.
that sounds wonderful.
I am going to take these bay leaves out. There's a good chunk, right?
Oh, that, yeah, I'd like that chunk in my plate, please. Or Riley and Val, you might like that chunk in your plate, right? Yeah, we'll have to leave a little bit out for Riley and Val without the mac and cheese. You're
How's
awesome. That's perfect. Bill, like that. I could just move into this kitchen.
Hey there.
This kitchen is absolutely incredible.
Or the chickpeas? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, let me throw the pasta in because it's time.
All right. He's gonna throw the pasta.
You want me to put it on?
It's already
Oh,
going.
it is?
Yeah. But that's okay. Okay, so you're grabbing the pasta.
And I find it's pretty easy to mix it all up back in the pot that I cooked the pasta in.
Oh, I like that. That's a good idea.
I didn't mention that I pretty heavily salt the water for the pasta. It gives it a little more taste.
Yeah.
So we have our pasta. We have our cut up lobster. The lobster's lobster from 2.5 pound lobsters. We just had them steamed at the local grocery store.
I love that
And pulled
idea.
them. We took them apart yesterday.
Okay.
And cut the meat up.
That's beautiful. Look
Beautiful
at all
looking
that
lobster meat.
Absolutely gorgeous.
So we are going to add our sauce to the pasta. Get all this sauce out because it's all yummy.
Yes, it is. Every last drop there.
And remember that my wife Eileen loves pigs.
Yes, she does love pigs. Oh, I love the spatula.
And we're going to add the lobster meat in. And
Ooh,
we're gonna
look at that.
and we're going to mix this all up.
Oh my goodness. To die for. That looks incredible.
And it coats the pasta really nicely, and the lobster just mixes in perfectly.
So you buttered that baking dish, right?
I did.
Okay.
And we're just going to transfer it all over here.
Nothing like a little extra butter flavor. Anyways.
And again, we don't want to miss any of this goodness, so we'll scrape it out of the pan.
Well, I like how you're adding the heavy cream in at the end there.
Because heavy cream makes everything better.
It certainly does.
There we go. And about a quarter of a cup of fresh grated Parmesan cheese we're going to add in there as well.
Okay. Eileen's being efficient. She's washing that spoon with the spatula that you need, David.
It'll come back.
It'll come back. I love that you have help here making this mac and cheese.
Scullery maid.
What was that, Eileen?
I'm a scullery maid.
Yes. And the finest one there is.
Yes.
That'll do just fine. We're just going to mix this up a little bit, not to make too much of a mess out of it.
Hey, Dr. D, what do you got going there?
I got a little mac and cheese,
Yeah.
lobster mac and cheese. You should know, it's your recipe.
We should give it a little taste.
Well, give it a little
Let's
taste.
get the spoons out here and see what you got going.
I believe that is your spoon.
I love my spoon. Notice my scoop's mostly lobster.
You and Michelle both.
How's it taste?
Perfect.
Yeah, but Eileen, let me see those gloves again because those are really cool. I'm gonna need a pair of those, and I like them because they're longer. Because
Yeah.
I always get my sleeves wet.
And I always like end up with my arm
Yeah.
underneath the faucet.
under the faucet.
Filling it up.
That's so nice that it protects your clothing.
Okay.
So now we're doing the wonderful crunchy topping to this lobster mac and cheese.
Yes, we are, and
Okay.
we're gonna combine some breadcrumbs a couple different times.
Yeah.
Plain breadcrumbs, and panko breadcrumbs, about a quarter of a cup of each.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do that way.
Perfect.
And about half a cup of more Parmesan cheese, because there's never quite enough Parmesan cheese.
Yes, I love that.
And we're going to add a little bit of garlic powder and a little bit of onion powder to this mixture as well.
Okay.
About a quarter of a teaspoon of each.
Okay. That just gives it a little extra flavor, right?
Absolutely. 'Cause we haven't put any garlic in this yet. There aren't
Yeah.
too many things I make that don't have a little bit in it, so
Yes.
it's probably time to do that. And we're going to do a little pinch of salt and pepper.
Okay.
And we're going to add a couple of tablespoons of olive oil to this, and then we're going to mix the whole mixture up.
Okay.
So sometimes it's easier just to mix this up nicely with your hand,
With your hands, right?
and it makes this really nice crumbly texture to go on top.
Yeah, I love that.
And then we're going to just spread this evenly over the top.
Okay. Now, how long is this going to bake for, David?
This is going to bake for 20 to 30 minutes in a 400-degree oven.
Okay. And we're not going to cover it, of course.
No,
we
we're just
want
going
those
to
breadcrumbs
we're
and
just going to leave it just the way it is.
gets crispy. That's
And
really
we,
nice.
And we leave it in until everything starts to bubble really nicely.
Okay.
And that's all ready to go.
Bubbling lobster mac and cheese. I like the sound of that.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to get Marco working on this fillet here.
We are. He's already butchered it and tied it off, so it should make a nice addition.
I know. He butchered it and really trimmed that so nice. My fillet would not look as pretty as that, Marco.
Oh, I'm sure
You must
it
be
would.
professional.
Yeah, I'm a real pro.
Doesn't it smell amazing?
And Dave and Lori finally
Oh,
got
some
here.
other friends. Hello. Yeah. So this is Lori. Lori and Dave just got here. Hi, you guys.
Hi, how are you?
The party's getting even better. We're having some fun here.
Snowstorm party.
A snowstorm party, absolutely. Hi, Bella.
Did you guys walk down?
Norwegian snow tires.
Snow tires, yeah, so
I
they
love-
better work.
They better work.
Oh,
Just this. That's Riley. Hi, Riley. Riley, this is Dave and Lori.
And Bella? Great names.
I played in remember in
Right
that
out of
tournament
Twilight.
with Dave and Marco and David
Right,
a little while back. I told you we had some crazy fun.
Sorry I'm late. I had to.
All right, Marco,
We're gonna go in the
you're
oven.
dying to put that in the oven, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay. So Marco,
Because I want to eat it.
we need the drum roll. Somebody, we need Ryan here to actually do a drum roll.
On the middle rack.
All right. So you're gonna pan sear this.
Yeah, we're going to sear it and then we're going to roast it.
And
Yeah, you want to coat it evenly and plenty because there's a big piece of meat here. You can't just be doing it halfway. I think the Carusos know that because I did this for them not too long ago.
That was for Christmas Eve, wasn't it?
No, that was for some family.
The sister date.
Oh, the sister date.
Oh, for the date? You showed up to cook for the date?
No, I didn't show up. I went up to have a beer.
Oh my goodness.
Marco, you know what we forgot to put in
I
there?
like that.
The lobster.
I didn't forget to put it in. You
I
did.
did.
Oh, the lobster base.
Oh, that's a real
That's a
close-up.
big part.
That's
of the whole
okay.
thing.
It'll still be delicious.
I just know when there's shouldn't be talking in the background.
No talking is always good.
Oh, okay.
We're
It
not
is
sure
a
if it's
party, you
taping
know.
adequate.
A little more,
The pan nice and hot.
Pretty. Look at that. I love the sound of that one. So how's it for you guys today in the snowstorm?
Snowstorm?
What snowstorm? What are you talking about?
Nothing.
This is a dusting.
I know. We're so used to snow. It really
We're New
is.
Englanders.
Getting it.
We're
So
top
I heard this is
in the world.
Lori's world famous salad.
This is not world
This
famous.
is-
It's Norwich famous.
It's sort of
Cheryl,
East
where are you
Coast
going
famous.
over
Everybody seems to
there?
like it. I
You're too
don't
cute
really
not to
know
be in
why
this.
because there's nothing to it. It's easy. Actually came from the Caruso family.
That's right.
David took
You
over.
took it on from there.
Took
Yeah.
it on, give it a whole new.
So I need.
She stole the
I don't
brand.
need this right now. Oh yes, I do. I need a cutting board and a knife, please. Oh, I feel like I'm on a cooking show, just ordering people around.
That's right. Isn't that nice? All your sous
I would
chefs.
like everything in nice little glass bowls right next to me.
David had everything really nice before he even got
Dave, you
here.
can help
He
me.
did all the prep work.
Except
Let me know.
that he forgot that I had some lobster base that we could have added to the sauce.
That's okay. You know,
Sauce.
most recipes don't even use that lobster base. So
Correct.
it's fine to not use it or use it, but I'll have it in the recipe as well.
You don't want the pieces too
Written
big, and you
down.
don't want the spine in there. So we're just gonna go like that.
Got it.
And if you don't do it right, we have the next sous chef who can step in and take your
At
vodka,
any
Dave.
time. I'll be replaced.
For a
I
vodka.
don't mess with the salad.
Okay.
Marco makes a good salad as
Marco's
well.
the meat man. He handles, you know.
Yeah, that's not coming out right there.
I know, that's not really well to edit.
Easy over there.
To edit out that
Keep it
part.
clean.
Marco.
It's my turn, Marco.
No comments from the, what do you call that?
Chef.
Thank you, peanut gallery.
Okay.
Okay, so what are
I'm
you
gonna
doing
go
there,
Rachel
Lori?
Ray on you here.
Isn't that beautiful?
State of emergency in NYC, by the way.
Lovely. Okay, so very important to press the
set
garlic
the
through
timer?
a garlic press into the olive oil.
Are you making like a Caesar dressing?
No,
Okay,
2 seconds.
I'm not. But
but this is looking
This
really
is it.
delicious. I love all that
this is,
garlic.
so here we go.
20
Not
minutes, 20
that's
minutes?
it. That's almost too much
I'm
garlic.
gonna leave it a
Okay.
little
So we're gonna let that sit in the olive oil for a while. We're gonna just add some onion and tomato, salt and pepper, and then that's it until it's time to eat.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna slice some onion very thinly, and
Is that how you do it?
this is not the correct chef way to cut the onion, or probably the correct knife in which to do it with.
To do things blog.
It's how Lori does it. It works
Listen.
perfectly.
Just
It's
Beware.
going to be absolutely delicious.
it's gonna
I'm
be
sure.
delicious, so the peanut gallery can just pipe down.
Well, I'm happy now you're holding a smaller knife. I gotta say that for sure.
Right?
Human.
Well, if I were you,
Fingers
Cut
taste
on my
good.
finger. I don't know how I got it.
Yeah, I figured
Probably
you
from-
can
I
cut
think
less
I could
fingers
probably
off
guess
at
at
once.
that.
if I were you, I'd probably stand a little farther away from her with that.
Put the little knife
there.
down and back away from the
Ouch.
chef.
A little bit of salt. This is so much fun. I want to be on a cooking show.
This is looking really pretty. So you added in a little bit more olive oil, and you kind of.
Yeah, so these onions and the garlic are just gonna marinate in the olive oil for
I
a
like
little
the way you're
while.
doing that because it draws the juice out of them. It gets on. It's part of
Yeah,
the dressing. That's a good
salt
idea.
brings the. So this is just gonna sit. I'm gonna add some tomatoes.
I think you're doing a fine
Well,
job.
it's actually a pretty decent tomato. This
I
time
was
of
just
year,
gonna
they
say.
normally are just awful
Yeah.
and not even ready.
I think those are
That
the,
tomato looks
the ugly
beautiful.
ones.
I
know, this tomato
Big
looks
uglies are
actually-
always.
Right before we eat, we're gonna toss in the romaine that is cleaned and about to be spun.
Gotcha.
We'll add some salt and pepper, and then That's it.
And then voila, we have
Voila.
this
Then
amazing
dig
salad.
in.
We need to get Ryan here, and we can
do,
have
but
ourselves.
He went back to school, but I believe that February 26th, Dave and Ryan will be playing at Stash's Cafe in New London.
You need the poolside drums.
Yeah, that's the vocals.
Oh, okay. Oh, everybody by
Down
the pool.
south to the lands of the pine, thumbing my way to North Carolina. Staying at the road. Yeah, come on, you
Come on, Marco, join in.
Yeah. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel.
You hungry, Bella? It's coming.
Come on, Bella, sing it.
Wow, that looks so delicious. Everything looks fantastic.
I just want to put my face in it.
I know, right? Everything looks beautiful. So we can finally start to dig into this lobster mac and cheese. Yeah, there we
To
are.
Dr. Dave's lobster mac and cheese.
To Dr.
And the Michelle.
Dave's. Cheers.
Lori salad. Awesome.
Cheers, Lori salad.
The scullery.
Scullery made.
Yeah, the scullery made.
And the master chef with the filet.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Wonderful lobster mac and cheese. Wonderful everything. Well, thank you so much for watching, and thank you, David and Eileen, for being wonderful hosts and sharing your lobster mac and cheese recipe. You can find this recipe on the travelingepicurean.com. Have a great weekend. Ciao.
Ciao.
Goodness. So, David, you're ending with a chocolate meringue pie. Thank you so much. All this cooking you did tonight, and now we have a chocolate meringue pie. Really pretty. Riley, how is that incredible chocolate meringue pie that David made?
Good.
Is it really good? Yes, I can't wait to have mine. Bella, are you enjoying your chocolate meringue pie over there? Mine. Mine, I like that. It's beautiful. Look how pretty that is. Hi guys, Michelle here. Welcome back to the Traveling Epicurean. Today I'm going to show you how to make crepes. It's a super simple recipe, and I thought it was a good idea because my daughter just volunteered me to make crepes for her 26 kids and her French club next week. I know they're going to be correcting the way that I say crepes to crepes probably, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to show you how to make this recipe. You're going to love this one. This is what we're going to need to make our delicious paper-thin crepes. I have 1 cup of all-purpose unbleached flour, 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. I have 1.5 cups of whole milk and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I have 2 tablespoons of butter, which we're going to melt. That goes into the batter. And then I have 2 eggs. And then for garnish, we have some grated chocolate. I have maple syrup. I have strawberry jam, my favorite. I have Nutella, whipped cream, confectioner's sugar, and then berries, and my lovely saute pan. You can use a crepe pan, but I love to use my saute pan. And you're going to see how easy it is to make them in this pan here. So my favorite way to eat a crepe is to put a little jam in the middle. You can roll them up or you could fold them. I'm partial to folding them, so I'm just gonna fold it in half and then fold it in half again. Isn't that beautiful? And then I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of maple syrup, which is my favorite. And we'll sprinkle some confectionery sugar. Always looks really pretty. Plus it tastes amazing. And then we'll put some berries. And a little whipped cream. Wow. That just looks so heavenly. I cannot wait to have a bite of this. Oh my goodness. This is so amazing. It's delicate and light, absolutely delicious. You saw how easy it is. I can't wait for you guys to go make this recipe. Remember, you can find it at thetravelingepicurean.com. I can't wait to see you guys next week. Ciao!
A special thanks to